lives like an hour away from me. Why? Yet he's sending me straight through the pristine aquatic seas of fucking Abzu with his very deceptively simple and hypnotizing approach to tech house on this album, from the choral to... His music doesn't really rely on texture or a dazzling oriental sound palette in the same way bros like Fortet and John Hopkins and Nicholas Jar do. I think Give Me Monaco is more in the Kelly Lee Owens ballpark, in the sense that the grooves and the melodies and the notes you're hearing aren't really all that surprising, but the keen ear for clever musical pacing and hard to resist ear candy grooves elevate what could be a pretty cut and dry tech house project into something massively stimulating. I'd say Give Me Monaco has more in common with someone like Deadmau5 than any of those aforementioned contemporaries. The chords and melodies across these tracks are incredibly plucky and catchy, and they never really drastically change throughout the tracks, but it's all the better for it, really. They're really like friendly sounding melodies, they're comfy, and hearing them just bob and weave alongside this really soft percussion that frequently sounds akin to what I think coral rocks popping out of place in the sea would sound like as they make their way to shore with all the crabs and ants and whatever other crazy little sea critters carry them around with their pitter-pattery little legs. Well, I don't know what this analogy is, but yeah, I was really hooked on this record 2 minutes in. Massively respect Lee Redding's decision to never give these songs a gigantic payoff note. They're always kind of hovering in this really satisfying, spacious, groovy little purgatory that's always kind of keeping you on the edge of your toes in your seats. It's always wanting you to come back for more. It's a very replayable record. The second it's done, I just want to loop it through again. It allows for these songs to eventually just feel like a world you're only getting more and more accustomed to as you dive further into it. Every time this record finishes, I just get really confused because it turns out there's actually other things in the world happening that aren't this album. It's a really effectively immersing and addictive through and through listen, and there's essentially never anything that's actually legitimately angering happening on any of the tracks at any point ever, which ultimately is an incredibly good thing. This is not really the type of album that's like desperately trying to show off how fucking cool it is at any given moment. In fact, this album doesn't even really approach teetering the line of being like annoying or obnoxious by like jam-packing the beats and tracks with these annoying little effects and details, and I should take some notes. But that does technically result in what I think is my biggest drawback from the record too, though, because whilst the simplicity is in a way the biggest strength, it's also the thing stopping me from adoring it. Because me being the disgusting little slut the sound designer that I am, it was kind of hard for me to look over the general sameness and safeness of a few of these tracks. Walnut and Oak come to mind most vividly in this regard. There's so much room for experimentation and growth with this formula of tech house that he's working with, like the dizzying shifts and drum loops that are all lovingly sprinkled across the track Satin are proof that he has got the desire in him to go that extra mile, but this album kind of lacks the risks that I think would make it really stick out as an absolute gem in my eyes, and so overall it kind of felt a little bit somewhat tame in spots, but it was never actively unenjoyable at any moment. This is 100% a 2020 electronic music highlight that any fan of the genre should absolutely give time to. It's even inspired me a little bit to try making my own tech house tunes. I tried my hand at it a little bit right after listening to this, so check it out. Tell me what you think. This is what I came up with. Just like made that in like 3 minutes, you know. I hope you guys liked it. I'm giving this record a strong, confident, powerful, armored, reinforced, highly protected, super strong, big boy 7 out of 10. It's a record that has the potential to make your mind run wild with ludicrous ideas for 50 minutes as you just soak into it. It's very immersing and beautiful, but it also at the same time might feel a little bit too easygoing for others. I'd say give it a try and see what you think for yourself. Like, what's to lose? You know what I mean? 50 minutes of your time, bitch. Like, get over it, man. We're trying to support talented up-and-coming musicians here. You could sacrifice 50 minutes for this record. Quit pretending like it's some sort of ludicrous inconvenience, you privileged little fucking bitch. Shout out to Ryan for putting me on to this album. I fucking love you. Please marry me. Thank you all for watching this video as well, and also for being alive and just choosing to spend a fragment of that life watching this video. Like, damn, fucking love you. Please marry me. Go stream this record. Go buy this record. Link in the description. Let me know what you think of it. Thank you, Lee Redding, for making beautiful music. And if you heard the album, tell me how you feel about it in the comments and all that good fucking shit. Love you, bye!